Hey guys, welcome back to Endeavor. We just finished up a level 1 class. We spent a lot of time focusing on front kicks, specifically rising front kicks. So we're just going to talk about a couple of really simple things that people don't really think about. The objective of doing a rising front kick is like stupid simple. A lot of people, I think, overcomplicate it. They really try to overteach it, talking about all these specific positions of your feet and driving and don't step and all that kind of fun stuff. The reality of it is, if I want to kick somebody in the groin like super freaking hard, like I don't really give a crap. My hips are coming through. Yes, there's things you can keep into consider as far as where your hands are at, and I don't want to step, but honestly, right out of the gate, we just want people learning how to just tee off and kind of, you know, drive nuts. But the one thing that people do kind of mess up oftentimes is range. They find themselves really close a lot of times. What ends up happening is that they pull their knees super high to hit, and it's just not comfortable, and it's not the best place and most efficient spot to kick from. So I actually want to understand that even as a short guy, I'm 5'8", I can actually send my kick relatively far because I'm bringing my hips all the way through to make that happen, right? So don't underestimate your range. Play with being a little closer, play with being a little further away. The other thing we want to really make sure that people get is when we're trying to get people to use their hips, we have a tendency to talk about leaning back. Right? And I've seen this in a lot of different schools across the country. They have a tendency to teach people to tilt your chest back as your hips go forward. I'm already fighting essentially on one foot when I bring my foot up off the ground, so I really don't want to be leaning back in the process. Let's say I do successfully kick him in the groin and he falls forward on me and I'm leaning backwards. That's not a good spot for me to be at. What we really want to be focusing on is that my chest stays relatively upright and my hips move forward past my chest into that motion. It's the same idea. My hips end up relatively in front of my shoulders, but on this one I'm falling backwards and off balance, whereas if I'm actually teeing up for a good kick, I want my hips to move forward and actually drive in when I go to do it, right? So it's hips in, not lean back, which I think is a huge misconception a lot of people get. So good solid fighting stance, hands are up, know your range, make sure your hips drive forward, super simple, get yourself set up for a bunch of other fun stuff. But that's kind of a basic couple of things about rising front kick. Have some fun, kick people in the groin, kick them in the face if they're bent over, and see you guys next time.